Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my underground human news. I want to wake up and I want that you see how blessed is the sky, how much praise the angels do for us, how much wonderful things are in the universe, how much ability you have, informations you have, technologies we have to grow up in the universe as a human race and to find out what is the truth and who is your enemy and who is your friends. And when we are now here looking on the world and we see in the politics and the military and in the religion that a lot of agencies and secrets are undercovered. That means that nobody will let you know the truth, that nobody see what is behind the scene, that nobody is interested in you. But one interesting thing is that all the people, they are looking every day in the medias, they are looking every day in some Facebooks or YouTube channels. They are not come together like us and talk together what is going on and what is wrong with the world. And we see in the internet that a lot of stuff comes out of the shadows, and that a lot of people talk about that the reptilian humanoids, they come for 2,000, 3,000 years here on Earth to enslave us, the humans, as they before of 1,000 other planets, and that the moon is the base of them. That means that they have a planet who comes in. They have a planet as the moon, comes in the near of a planet and take them gravity, take them magnetism, take all them water what is on there, and they have bases on the moon where they smells the ice and make the water from them, and so they can take control over the water of the planets who are invaded, who are the planet who are interest for them. And they want hybrids. That means that they want some species, some mixed species for them DNAs. And they searching thousands of years, or let me say a few seconds, when they come in a wormhole or took a gate. They need only seconds to cross one universe and come to another side. But what is going on here on Earth, it's a real war. Humans against reptilian, and that must stop. And the reptilians, they never will give up. And the humans is also a stupid person, stupid entity who don't want to give up, who fight from the first to the last. That is what we see in the religion. That the Islamic, let me say Islamists, they are dying with a bomb on her body and make it suicide bombers, you know? And that is reality. And also the American soldier who have on his gun, his munition is uranium 256. Uranium, it's radioactive. But he fights for what? For a handful of money, you know. And the other side, they say drugs, they take drugs, alcoholics, pedophilias. We have enough problems here on Earth, and there is no one can come here and make us slaves. That is impossible. Every human will fight from the first to the last. We don't want that you all come here on Earth and make us hybrids for you. Clone warriors, or I don't know what you think who we are, but we are the finest creation. What is blessed from the Lord. We can read this in the holy books. In the Bible, in the Quran Karim, in the Torah, a lot of secrets writing down in the Torah example. And the Jewish people, they took them Torahs in the synagogue, in a safe place. And the Mossad worked with the jinns and with the reptilians together to make themselves safe place and to put them Torahs, the true Torahs, in the safe. That nobody can read the truth. And also the Islamic leaders, they work with the jinns together and they possessed thousands of peoples in countries, in areas. And then they say, oh, when you are possessed from one of my reptilian jinns, you can come to me and you give me a handful of money and I can take him out. And it is really, really, really bad. We see in the religion how it's changed to money and the military. And what is going on now in America? The gun control. What is wrong with them? What's wrong with Obama? And everyone know he's a lie, you know. He have a wrong certificate. He say that take out the troops of Afghanistan and other countries. And he's a Muslim. And he say that he don't want a war against Islam, but he do. And he lie in the face of millions of Americans and nobody say anything. And that's a horrible scene what we see now. And we know that we are now on the progress. That means that we are a larve for them. They spread all around the world chemtrails and poison us. The rain falls down, all will be chemical. And it's only a process, you know. For us, that is the death, but for them is the process. So you find out the truth is not easy. To find a way it goes straight on. It's very, very, very bad and a very hard way. And you will lose a lot of friends and you will lose a lot of family. You will, in the last steps, you will lose everything what you have. And the cops surrounding your house. But in the bottom line, you can choose. You will be a rich man and live, or a hybrid and kill in one day. It's the truth. Or you can take all power what you have and make some information day like this day, today, and bring all the informations out in the truth. That they kill humans in the war ground, take them from the war ground and bring them in laboratories, take them organs out and skin out, put them in a grave and take one 200 kilogram stone on them head. Look at that. How he can fly in the heaven, man, when some stone is off his head. It's the same exactly what we see now. The human race are the craziest one in the universe. And we see how the people in the internet react of this kind of information, of this true information, of the information who can change the thinking, the minds of millions of young people like me, let me say from 18 to 35 years. But another, they are on the 18, they are not interested. They are not interested about the truth. They are not interested about what is really going on. They listen to you, but they are not interested. And the old one, the grandfathers and your father, when you will tell them that we are now in a war against reptilian humanoids, can you give me example? Can you give me money that I make some group, that I can buy me a computer? They can buy me a camera. They can make some demonstrations against these humanoid leaders who are in the highest positions. To stop them. Or let me say to find a way to talk true. And when we find a way to talk true, Everyone can choose. And believe me, no human will be a slave. Not for the moon, not for Saturn, not for some alien race or some another reptilian race. They want freedom and peace. And nobody will unite with some rebel like the reptilian. They come from planet to planet to kill everyone. To destroy the planet. To become control over that was going on here on earth. In the history, 1,000 years before. In the sign, 1,000 years before. And they're writing everything in the book and say, hey, look at it. The Egyptian pharaoh, they make the pyramids with slaves. That you believe that one pharaoh or one king needs slaves for their work. And that's how the business works, people. When you're a businessman, you don't talk about how much hours you work on the day. You talk about how much people work for you. And how much money. No, they don't talk about money. No. They talk about some unrealistic numbers. And it's a matrix world. And everyone who make this step in you go to the matrix, you will be reloaded. You take the step back, you will be punished. And that is the truth what's going on here in the world. And I see in every streets around all the big cities, poor people. And a part of them, they are not really poor, you know. They play only a role. And that is what's not right, and that is what we must stop. That is what we need. The true. Go back. Go back from where you come. And take the lost soldiers with you. I'm sure that the human will not stop to fight this war in the end of the days. The human will win. That means that I don't want that some of you who hear the information about the reptilian shapeshifters and that they control us thousands and thousands of years and really alien and jinns. Yes, it's right. They are, let me say, spirits. Some of you say ghosts. You must believe that everything what is true, the government and the teachers, nobody will give you any book of them. And when you read this in the internet, you become angry of them. And when you become angry of something, you open your spirit of human, you open for them poison, you know. You become angry and you lost the way. And you, in this moment, you stop to think insane, you know. You stop to think like a human. That means that you hybridization, that they change, they terraform the earth with chemtrails. It's more than 10 or 15 years ago. And they put something in the water and they work in the canalization, and that means that every one of you must know that we are now in the war and that you have only a few ways to fight in different parts. I don't believe that any one of you can take a magnum. You must take a magnum and you put it on your hand. On the reptile head, you must make it blast, you know. You must make it blast his head. When you not kill him like this, they will take him in the underground bunker, repair him, and in the next fight he will kill you. Why you give him the energy? Like the stones who you put in a demonstration out of the street and put it on the tanks. It's the same way. You give them the energy. and they give it back to you, but they kill, and you don't harm anyone, you know. You're human. You're not an aggressive animal. And all the other people must know that is one way. Nobody will choose this way, that he kills some person off the street. But this is that what the youngsters play. Counter-Strike, Call of Duty, all that shooter games, you know, action shooters. And the action films, they show us that you can kill some person as you think you can kill him easy when you have a gun in his hand. When you have a gun in your hand and he have not a gun in his hand. But you don't will kill him. And that's exactly the point where the snake bites you. When you don't kill him. That is the point. And you must kill this snake before he bites you. It's easy. It's easy to understand. And when you don't do this, you are in a bad situation. As a human, why you are not aggressive, but you must kill. And you don't care in this moment when you have the gun in his hand and when you are in the war of this war, what's happened, what the people say, what happened in America, ladies and gentlemen. And that is not easy to explain, that every people in the streets will fight against this reptilian. When he put his tongue out like a reptilian, or he sees some slit eye, or he takes some media gurus or some famous person he see on the streets, he will take his gun and kill him. Why? He knows he's a fucking, sorry, it's a reptilian. And he works for the reptilian empire. And they are there to enslave the humans. And that is not acceptable with the human rights, with the human souls and with the spirit. Why? We know that we are one creation who are near to perfect. Harmful, you know. Beautiful. We want to go into paradise. We don't want to be slaves. And so a lot of people from us, they don't go the way with the gun. We take the word, the sentence. But there are people are mind controlled. So you can never tell him the truth. You can tell him the truth, but he will never believe you. And he will stop to act, he will stop to do work for you. Or he will stop to do anything for you. And the reptilians, they are mind control. They control all the country, all the population of the world with mind control. With the television, ladies and gentlemen. With the PCs, with your mobile phone, over the metals, over heart, over every other thing. They can control you. And they control the cities. The cities are the headquarters of them. So you must take a lot of people, bring them out of the country, out of the cities and the nature, and build rebel groups. That is the truth. Or you take the way as we do, that we want to make diplomatic, and to explain the human mankind, the generation of us, that we are now in the situation that we have the ability to talk. We are now not in the situation that we are fight. But we are ready to fight against this enemy of the universe. And we will kill him. From the first to the last, we will kill them. Same as they think that they are ignored. They don't want anything for the humans. They think that we are them slaves forever, and so they don't give us any respect. They are like this race. When I give him 1 second respect, he wants the second also this respect. And they don't respect the time. They don't want to give the human mankind this time to set up, to upload. They come out of the shadows, out of the cities in the night and rape your child. and take them for his food. And then he looks how you are, he comes as your neighbor and looks how you are crying that your child is not coming back, you know. And he sits in the near of you. Or he speaks to the medias, to the cameras and say, I'm the neighbor and I see the child house going this way. And the media do that stuff, you know. The media take this person who are in front of the television and tell the people, I'm the neighbor, but I don't see the child. I see the child only a few seconds. How he goes to the shop, and he make it dramatics. And they take this energy of human. They take this. Let me say. They load their energy negative. Take them from themselves. And work with them against us. That is the reality. And so everyone knows the World Trade Center attack was an attack against America, was an attack against the world, the Islamic world, the Muslim people, to destructure the Muslim, let me say, old Ottoman Empire. Why it will become a new Ottoman Empire? And the Muslims will be rebuild his empire. Inshallah. That is the point. That they begin a war, Christian gang against Muslims. And that is very, very bad for the Muslims, for us. That we know that the world think about that we are terrorists, that we are of one part that we are Islamists and suicide bombers, and suicide is not allowed in Islam, and they think that we will do this every second or something like this. And that we want to be a war nation. That they sell us guns. That the agency make in the countries revolutions against the leaders. And that the horrible thing is that people really die on the streets in Islam countries. Why? We are sensible, you know. We know the rights to writing in the Quran and Karim, and we want that we have a Sharia. That we want that we have a Islamic rights, you know. But the truth is, when now the Islam leaders say, oh, sorry, we forget the jinns, the reptilians, they come on earth to kill us. In the normal, we must say you that they are coming and we must fight against them. But we don't do it. Why? We think it is in the way of Allah. that is normal that is rioting, you know. We can't stop anyone. And that is what the leaders say. They say, we don't want to break some process of the Almighty. And the Sufism say, you are nothing. They make zikr and say, you are nothing. Believe in that what Allah say and Allah wants, and that is all. Pray every day and that is all. Do nothing more. Make your Hajj, go to Mecca, pray to one stone, go the way of Muhammad, but they don't know that, they don't want that the people know that Muhammad fight a lot of wars against Zionists, Jewish, bankers. They don't want that they tell you that are in these times a lot of, let me say, you know, the Islam, they are split in two parts, in the Sunni part and in the Shia part. And the Shia part, they don't like the Sunni, and the Sunni, they won't kill the Shias. Why the Shias, they are not so much. And that is now like this, or let me say, now it will become to a big war, Sunni against Shia in Syria, and that is true, ladies and gentlemen. But in the past, but we must talk about the past to know the future. And what has happened in the past is that some alien reptilian shapeshifter set up a clone of the Prophet Muhammad's friends. let me say like Umar, Osman, Abu Bakr, or Ali and his sons, the Ahl Bayt. And they make only shape-shifting and doing bad things, and so the one part talk about them bad and another part talk about them bad. It's an inside job what's happened in America in the days of the September 2001. And a lot of people know that, but they forget that now we are against this war in Syria, and that we don't want any war in any Islamic country. We want that they stop it. We want that the Saudi Arabian kings, they live in the desert like snakes. The Arabs, the Arabic people must be clean as head, you know. Some people say before there was Bedouin and they are with the camels and they stinking like camel. And now they have 15 Mercedes or Porsche or Lamborghinis. And that they take from the Muslims a lot of money to visit the Hajj, to visit the religious points from the Muslims in Mecca. They take money from them, and a lot of money, millions and billions they take from the Muslim countries to have only the visa to visit this point. Not to visit this point in a hotel and the fly and something like this, only to have the ability